An attritional long day one at the 5th test in the Oval has drawn to an end. It's been a 2-day first day if you look at it. Started at 3 p.m., ended at 12 a.m. We are now into day 2 also. Because you had a 2-hour rain delay which wiped out the entire second session almost. But at the end, Karun Nair stands tall with 52, his first 50. Let's not mistake that. Barring that 303.
You won't call it, it won't be his maiden 50.
It is his maiden 50. Because, see, he converted it into a triple hundred.
Maiden 50 was scored.
Yeah, so this is his second 50.
No, but technically, 50s will be one.
Yes.
Yeah, as of now, one.
But I hope
As of
technically
now.
there
If
is
he
no
converts
50.
this into a bigger score.
Yeah.
Then again 50 will become 0.
Exactly.
Zero.
That's right. Technically, I hope the 50s column remains 0.
So that's why I don't want it to be his maiden 50. I want it to
I
remain
don't
0
want it.
50s.
Yeah.
No.
So, Karun,
just take-
if he ensures that this is not his maiden 50, then he would have done something exceptional.
No,
And
but
he will get another chance
I was
then
waiting
to
for
get his
you-
maiden 50.
I was just waiting for you to come because I remembered as soon. Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because I remembered as soon as he started to score those runs in between sessions where everybody was getting out. I went back to the time and we had this discussion over where we talked that he's equipped to English conditions. Until now there haven't been English conditions. That's why he's been doing well. So finally true English conditions and the man is ready for the biggest
but
day.
he had got so much
Runs
runs in
in
Indian
India.
conditions in India, na?
Yeah, but this time.
But he liked Indian conditions in India and English conditions in England.
But this
If you
time he was
gave
ready for
Indian-
English conditions because he got that double 100 in Beckingham, if I'm not wrong. Those were also there. Also, it was good English conditions. So he was prepared for these conditions. So now finally, you've played him at the right venue where the conditions were overcast, wicket was
Also-
green. Nobody was able to counter the swing. But Karun Nair has
Test
done
cricket, don't give me a second chance, give me a third chance.
How is it a third chance? Second only. It's continuing, na?
But he
dropped
got dropped
and
in
came back,
middle.
No, but
One pause.
yeah. Third chance would have been, let's say he gets dropped after this series.
6 months back.
And then later comes back
6
again.
back after 6 months.
This is like within the series, though it's not even considered. It's actually not called dropped. It's called horses for courses. So they needed different balance.
Rotation.
Balance, this, rotation.
You can call it anything.
You can call it anything.
Yes.
Face
whatever.
palm
For
for
first time in this series, we saw a test match span over 2 days, as Siddharth said.
1 day lasting 2 days.
This match has gone for 5 days.
A day span over 2 days also, but for the first time, our end of the day session has started the following day. Otherwise, we start on the very day, and we extend it into the next day.
When I was talking to Shivam just before we started, where I had to show him the record of message or calls, that's when I realized today's date was not coming. Then it was yesterday. I had to go to the yesterday recording. I was like, why is it not coming? It is there. It is. Then I realized it is just past 12, so it has gone in. Yesterday's record I had to fetch then for his calling time.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is Stumps at 204 for 6. What do you make of the day? India's day, England's day. What do you say?
It is England's day by a whisker because you managed to price out 90% of India's batting. So that's one. Washington Sundar and Karun Nair are the only recognized pair that is there. So one of the individuals who really frustrated you in Manchester, he went cheaply. The rest of the batting, unfortunately, when you look at it, India gifted some wickets. For example, Shubman Gill looked good for 21, but then he presented his wicket on an absolute silver platter. Sai Sudarshan undone by a good delivery. Ravindra Jadeja undone by a good delivery. Dhruv Jurel capitalizing on a life. He actually didn't get it into the script. He fell the very next ball after that. So Sundar and Karun Nair with the ball still doing a lot towards the fag end also have weathered the storm. 200 they have crossed. Great. But 6 wickets gives this England's session by a whisker, I would say.
I think no, I'm just not talking about the session, the day.
No, day. I want to know about the day.
That's what I was getting.
I hope you answered the day thing.
Day. It's England only.
But
Marginal, yes.
I think the day clearly goes to England, and the only reason for that is I think we had this chat at the end of the first session where India was just 74 for 2, and I think that is where India was really dominating, because in the larger scheme of things, first innings, anything in excess of 300 would have been a very good total for the Indian batters, and India was cruising towards that total according to me till the time that Shubman Gill run out did not take place, and then suddenly so many wickets fell, and from here I don't see India getting past 300. So I'm just looking at where India was and where India has really ended the day. So in that perspective, I'm just, maybe if we go session by session, maybe India won the first session, India won the last session. So in terms of session, maybe it's 2-1, but as a whole, the day, I think it goes to England, just keeping in mind where India was going towards and where India actually finds itself at the end of the day.
For me, I agree more with Siddharth than with Shashwat. I think England will be happy with the fact that they've taken away 6 of India's 8 batters have been sent back to the hut. So I think they'll be very happy with that. With regards to where I see India finish, I think anything in excess of 275 to 80 and anything beyond that, I think Indian team will be very happy on this green surface, which, as we said, initially the bounce was a bit sluggish, it appeared a bit spongy, but now the wickets behaving really the way that you thought that a green deck would behave. Some of those wickets were really down to the wicket that we have here at the Oval. So I think a slight edge to England, but not that India have enough reasons to be despondent. India have done enough, I would say, even though it's the last batting pair, but remember the new ball is still 16 overs away, and you've been okay playing with this ball over the last few overs. Dhruv Jurel didn't look too troubled. Washington's looked fine. So has Karun Nair. He's continued the form that he's seemed to have picked in this match. So I think India won't be too despondent. They will take this. Perhaps one less wicket is what India would have ideally wanted, but slight edge to England.
So it's a very interesting situation that the match is in, and I don't know how to put that, but if like in simple word, if you ask me whose day it is, I'll say England. But at the same time, I'd also say India would be happy. I don't know if that really makes sense or not. But why I'm saying that is, why I'm saying England's day, because overall in the scenario of this test match, I think England are slightly ahead of the test match. And I'll tell you why I feel they're ahead, because there is a good chance that when England come out to bat, maybe overhead conditions might be different, and you know, batting might start to get slightly better. So I'm keeping that in mind, whereas I think the England batters might encounter slightly better condition, not quite different. So that's why I'm saying if you can get India out for anywhere between 300, I will say England ahead. But why I'm saying India is going to be happy, because they got the tougher conditions, and in these conditions for India to reach 204 for 6, I think they've exceeded my expectations. With the way the ball was doing so much throughout the day, I was watching Sai Sudarshan, even though in terms of runs it's only 38, but he batted over 100 balls.
He hung in.
No, and what he's telling me is that he has the appetite and the temperament to play test cricket again. So that is
drive that he hit. I think that was a perfect shot.
Yeah. But so I'm saying, like, under the circumstances, maybe it could have been much worse for India. And I guess somewhere down the line you will or blame English bowlers as well for that, because a lot of them were erratic. I think case in point is Tongue. He's the prime example. And Overton as well. But Tongue more so, because he would keep spraying the ball and then produce this Jaffa to get those wickets. So I guess, let's say if you had a Stokes Archer sort of an attack here, India would have been very lucky to have been at 204 for 6. I don't think those two experienced bowlers would have sprayed the ball so much and allowed India this luxury of sitting at 204 for 6. So whatever be the reason, I mean, you only play the team that you're given, and at the moment you have a slightly more inexperienced bowling attack, which has allowed India to settle down at 204 for 6. So I don't think it's too bad. It could have been much worse for the Indian team. I was reminded actually of an old English Joe when I was watching, the Indian batters play and miss. I mean, there's an old joke that match is happening and the bowlers bowling and they are playing and missing, playing and missing, playing and missing. So the slip fielder, after 1 hour of just playing and missing, he tells his bowler, don't worry, once he gets his iron, he's going to nick one. so basically, right now he's so off it that he's not even getting close to the ball. So let him get his iron nick, and then probably he'll at least get close to the ball to nick it. So it felt like that at some point. But again, kudos to the Indian batters to have hung. But what I'm liking is, and that's why I'm saying this game, in that sense, could really change if what you mentioned, this may not be Karun Nair's maiden 50. If it does happen like that, that means he goes on to get 100. That's the only way this will not be his maiden 50. Then you're looking at a 300 sort of a total on these tough pitches, tough conditions, and I'm sure that at least for the pitch will be like that for at least 2-3 days. And if the overhead condition, well, you guys think there is going to be overhead conditions also like that?
Yeah. But not on day 3 is the
day
clearest.
2 and day 3 is
but day 2 they'll come out to bat, and they may be batting a session or 2.
Yes.
You'll encounter similar sessions like what you saw in the final session today.
So they are
on
not
day
going
2
to have
and
it
3.
easy. England is also not going to have it easy. Again, the other thing of looking at it is that fine, India may have a slightly more experienced attack, but let's not forget, India has gone in with one fast bowler less as well in these conditions. So I don't know what happened.
They might have a fast bowler less, seeing Chris Woakes.
Yeah,
he actually walked out.
Good thing, but what I noticed about Woakes is that that firstly it's his non-bowling arm, and I felt, and I could be wrong, that he's not popped it, so it's no dislocation at least.
Looks like that he popped it.
No, I did. I've popped my shoulder.
No, because the way he was carrying it, it looked like he does not really want to move it, and he can just go in.
Yeah,
back
but
and just
that
put it back
is
to
if
play.
you have a tear also.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I mean I popped my shoulder once, and while playing only a different sport though, and the fall slightly different.
Resembled?
Uh,
The fall was there a resemblance in the fall?
No, it's not.
What?
No.
So just trying to understand what is it that made you
See,
feel that it could be a pop
yeah, so it
shoulder?
is basically, I felt it was an awkward this thing. There has to
Landing.
be a lot of extension for it to pop. Like when my pop.
Rohit Sharma had it once, and then he did it on the field itself.
Yes, you put it back. But
Yeah.
that is, if you've popped it a few times, then it's fine. You can put it back without any issue. But if it happens for the first time, and if it's a stress injury, if it's happened because of, like in my case, it was in a contact which resulted that. So that cut a bit of a bone as well. So then that gets painful. Then that's a 6 months recovery. I don't know. I could be
Kind of like Virat Kohli's impact injury, like what happened in
Correct.
Ranchi.
Maybe. I felt it is that. But again, we'll get to know. If there are bowler shot, we'll see. But if it is his firstly non-bowling arm, and if it is not a dislocation, then maybe with some, you get those tapes and stuff for that, which may just allow him to go through the left arm motion and bowl with right arm. There is a possibility, but we'll wait on that. But I guess the big question will be, how does India manage with 3 fast bowlers in their ranks? I mean, they had to take a big call. I don't know. Maybe you guys, maybe this is the series of, reminding us of different series. Like 2011 came to mind, 2014 came to mind. When we were looking at the Jadeja inning, somebody was comparing it to Napier, somebody to Port Elizabeth. Different comparison. This has been a series of drawing inspiration from past.
It's a hodgepodge series.
So
we
back.
look at it.
So I have one for this
Yeah.
scenario like this, because it reminded me when I was looking at the conditions and I was looking at India's bowling attack. Did it take you back to the WTC final of
2023?
2021, where the Rose Bowl,
You
or
bowled 2
Aegis
spinners,
Bowl,
yeah.
overcast conditions, green pitch, you took 2 spinners,
You had to play 1
and
extra pacer.
New
over
Zealand
there.
played 4 fast bowlers.
You played Ashwin there.
and
You played
2.
Ashwin
And you were
Jaddu
not
there.
supposed to play him there. You had to play him the next time, and you didn't. Play
And
him
you didn't
then.
play him.
Yeah.
So it took me back to the Aegis Bowl, 2021 WTC final, conditions overcast, green pitch, rain about, and
Lots of
you play 3 fast bowlers, 2 spinners, and New Zealand play 4 fast bowlers. Rest, as they say, is history.
But the only difference from then and now, the only difference is that over there, I think at that point of time, the Indian team misread the conditions. Over here, I think it's very intentional, and the intention behind is to pack your batting. Over there, I think it was very clear that the conditions weren't read properly, because I remember that the Indian team, despite toss getting delayed a couple of days because of the rain, they still stuck to the same team, which they would have played if it would not have rained. But they still did not change too much. But over here, it is so intentional that you've deliberately done that so that you can really pack your batting. It's more so. I'm looking at it in a way that maybe you're playing a Jadeja or a Washington Sundar as an extra batter rather than using their bowling skills.
But that is what surprises me, because why did you know what?
Karun.
Yeah, you've got Karun. You've already got an extra batter. So was there a need to go with another extra batter?
See, you couldn't have omitted either of those two names that you just took after, especially what has happened over
But then we are told horses for courses, conditions. We play according to conditions. When you need someone, Anshul Kamboj was got in because of conditions. You played, extra batter in the first test because conditions demanded. Then next match, when you were asked that why did you change it, because you said different conditions there, different conditions here, so we've got in a all-rounder and
it's
removed.
very selective horses for courses also. Also, one thing that's been established over the last 6 months of this Indian team in Test cricket is the liking for all-rounders, and if those all-rounders are scoring runs, they become unmovable, unshakable in this team. That's, I think, where this team is headed. How it bodes for them is something. It's a price that they've already paid in Australia.
They loved all-rounders so much, then they had one in Shardul Thakur.
But they're also looking at both Jadeja and...
See, I think I said this during the pre-match show also. I think it was just down to the fact that who bats better between a Shardul Thakur and a Washington / Jadeja. Because if Shardul would have batted... because at the end of the day... Washington Sundar is going to be underutilized, and so was Shardul Thakur being underutilized. So it's just on the basis of who's batting better, and it is clearly Washington Sundar.
Just going back to the point that you raised, I think I agree with Shashwat. This time I think it's very much intentional. In 21, in fact, I would say in 2023 WTC final as well, you misread the situation because there Ricky Ponting had pointed out that this surface is not what the Indian team is making of it. The fact that you played a Shardul Thakur over there, that the surface is dry underneath, and that's what he pointed out. That whatever moisture you see is only for the first 1 hour, and perhaps the Indian team has misread conditions. That is what he said on comms, and we all know what happened later on. So this time I don't think it's the case of being once bitten twice shy. This is very much intentional, purposeful. You wanted batting and you were not going to look past it.
Intentional in 2021 as well. You wanted to play two spinners, no? Because you said
you misread the conditions.
You erred.
You said no, not miss. The explanation that time was we have to play our best bowlers.
Yeah.
So whoever our best bowlers are, we're going to go in. So the belief was
the best bowler theory was just there for one game.
Yes, so it has nothing to do with conditions. We'll go with our best bowlers. That was the thought. So they had conviction there. No, why I said here is that I agree with you that they've gone with the all-rounders, the spinning all-rounders, because they consider them better batters than Shardul. Completely agree.
And they're not trusting both of their bowling. They're not because Shubman Gill isn't trusting Washington Sundar's bowling. We saw that. Neither is he trusting
that is fine.
Thakur's bowling.
But that remains when you have gone with a less batter, no? Once you've got your batter, you've filled your batting, then it doesn't have to be who's now the better batter for my all-rounder. It has to be who is a probably better bowler. And yeah, if that answer is that Shardul is not that bowler, then that's it. See, if Nitish Reddy was here, then I think it would have sorted India's problem. I think what they would have simply done is instead of Karun Nair, which again could have, look at the way Karun is batting, so it's a blessing in disguise that he's not. But I think if Nitish Reddy was there in this match, looking at how India wants balance, it would have been pretty straightforward. You would have got a Nitish Reddy who would have given you a few overs as well. So that fourth bowler, sort of a backup that you have, and you trust him as a batter, irrespective of the form that he was showing. You trusted him. I think that was a straightforward.
But how much would have
decision.
you even bowled Nitish Kumar Reddy in these conditions? It all again boils down to the fact that even if there would have been a Nitish Kumar Reddy, the whole point would have come down to the fact that these three fast bowlers in AajTak, Prasidh and Siraj will have to take the wickets. The most of the wickets have to be taken by them.
But
because
Nitish the one who gave you, so you will have to do that.
In that test match, he definitely gave you those wickets. I'm considering, but at the end of the day, we know over here, despite him taking those wickets, what quality does he add to the bowling lineup? So I'm just...
No, I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
My opinion on Nitish Kumar Reddy. I am saying, what is the mood question?
Been a little better.
What is the question? In 2021, you realized later that in seam-friendly conditions, you played 3 fast bowlers, opposition played 4. These are seam-friendly conditions. You're playing 3 fast bowlers, opposition has played 4. There are 101 reasons why they've done it. They don't believe in Shardul and how good is Nitish or not. And I'm not saying Nitish playing would have been the right thing, but that is what the team would have done. The question still remains, irrespective of getting into the merits of why Shardul is played not. Have India played a fast bowler less? Whatever be the reason.
Yes, because see, there you misread it. Here, out of sheer necessity, you're compromised it.
So that's what I'm saying.
No,
Whatever
they
the
could be-
reason.
The other way I think the team management could be looking at it is that they trust their bowling a lot more as compared to the batting. So they're just giving a little more cushion to the batting in that sense.
Okay. So explain that. So they trust their bowling more than their batting. In this series, they have failed to take 20 wickets in a couple of occasions. But in batting, they have the top 4 run getters.
Yeah.
So you have top 4 run getters.
That's been there.
And you're not taking 20 wickets.
Yeah.
But I trust my
Bowling
more than my
more
batting.
than
Just
my
beats
batting.
me, man.
No, because that's the only logic
No,
I
I'm
can see
asking
to
you,
it.
how does that happen? Like if I'm
That's why you're
if
playing
I'm
batters,
seeing
so many batters.
if I'm seeing
because you're not confident.
top 4 run getters of the series
when
are
this
Indians.
is how we are looking at it.
Yeah, exactly. I think
No,
yes.
I'm not looking
No,
at it.
I completely agree
I am
with
not
this.
looking at it I am giving you facts.
Yeah,
not
this
giving
is
you
true. See,
giving you a bias,
yesterday
not looking at my
during-
point of view, not looking at your point of view. I'm giving you facts. Let's say if you had not watched this series at all, I'd come and tell you X team has 4 top run getters between 2 teams, 1 team. So this is batting card. Bowling card, this team on occasions has struggled to get 20 wickets. I'm just telling you facts. So what would you do if you had not seen the series? You'll say, Acha, looks like your batting is sorted. I'm maybe reducing a batter. Maybe your bowling needs some sort of I'm not saying 6 bowlers per se, because it can be overbowled, but maybe 5, wicket taking bowlers, and out of those 5, maybe 4 fast bowlers on a pitch like this. Who knows? See again, how it.
But the whole point again is that in these conditions, see, why did we think this, that if the conditions are more seam bowling friendly, then maybe the England team has a little bit of more advantage. That was because we did not have that much confidence on the Indian batting lineup, despite the fact that they had scored so many runs. I think that's exactly how the team management is also looking at it. You mentioned exactly this, that all the more reason.
So management is aware of this, that
Yeah.
in these conditions, our batting is weaker than
It looks like
England.
that.
No.
Yeah.
No, why I'm saying,
That's
because
how
when
they-
I was
they're
saying
thinking.
this from a long time ago,
Yeah.
many people were not ready to believe
No, I
it.
was there. I was
No,
on the
I'm
same
saying
page.
in general. When I said, and when he got shocked, when India were getting so many runs everywhere, I said, fantastic,
I was on the
they're
same
getting
page.
runs, they're all good batters, but as soon as you get seam-friendly conditions, I think this
Yeah,
English
100%.
batting lineup maybe slightly more suited than this Indian batting
So
lineup.
that was also because as soon as you get such good bowling conditions, the bowlers get neutralized. Even a average bowler gets that much help from the conditions.
at Tongue.
Yeah, exactly. So
10
that
bad
is why-
balls he'll bowl, 2 good.
That, from the beginning of the series, that even during when we did the preview, I felt that as soon as they give good bowling conditions, only then can England actually have
So
the upper hand.
why were they not giving?
I don't know, because everyone felt that maybe they
Because
wanted to
see-
bat out the opposition.
Yeah, that's
but then a
been-
batter like Jaiswal, Shubman Gill are not going to leave these conditions any day. Even if you wake them up at 4 a.m. and make them bat on this wicket, they're going to try for a century, and that's exactly what they did.
See, I
Arey,
don't.
Jadeja made them play.
Jadeja as well.
See, I don't
All
know.
of them, they've been born and brought up on such wickets. They like to bat on these conditions. They want to bat all throughout the day.
I really don't know what is
Karun
working
Nair
for
in
India.
these conditions.
Okay, I really don't know what is working with India. In the series, when you have a look at it, we cannot project this as a 2-1 or 2-2. Oh, India has done a great job. No, it's a series of missed opportunities because I don't know what your batting has done. I don't know what your bowlers have done
The
because
top 4 run getters are your batting. Yeah, that is
okay,
what they've done.
but Shubman Gill, there is a dark underbelly from 585 runs in 4 innings to now 743 runs
So,
in 8 innings. Although 1 century
today-
in Manchester.
No,
Got
and
another
today
century.
was.
He gifted his wicket.
Yeah, but I'm
Misjudgment.
saying it. Yeah, but you can't pin it down to any deficiency in batting. It's a misjudgment. I agree. Who knows? He could have
Yeah.
gone on to get some runs. He's been in tremendous
But
form.
Yashasvi, same thing with BGT, same thing with England. Starts well, dips.
No, I don't think it's a start well dip. I think it's a condition specific.
Condition specific.
When you get some movement, there'll be certain issues.
Yeah.
Give him a good track, he'll hammer you.
He'll not even.
Your
Today,
bowlers,
bat was in the sky, foot was somewhere else.
That's a problem.
There was no hand.
your
Play
bowlers,
away from the
Yeah.
body, likes to play on the up. These
But see,
conditions are
because
not
he's
good.
such a good white ball player.
Yeah.
You know, those instincts come in. And I'm not saying he's a bad test player. He's very good in Indian conditions. But that's what slight change you need, and those slight bad habits that you pick up in white ball cricket will expose you when
And
it's green.
doesn't even really
You know, this
bend.
is
He
the
likes
thing.
to play on the.
This is the thing with
But
proper
that's what works for him in
5-match series as well. One of the reasons, yes, it takes a toll at times on the players, and it has on both sides this time, as we've seen. But you don't come out of a 5-match series not being exposed. If there are deficiencies,
Unless you're a good batter.
unless of course you're a good batter,
Like
and
KL Rahul,
you end
I
up
feel
proving
this-
a point
this
as well.
series-
But I'm saying if there are
Nothing,
deficiencies
no
that get
expose.
hidden when you're playing at home, and that applies to all batters, I'm not just talking about Indian batters, there is seldom going to be a case where you will come out without you being exposed. Virat Kohli is an example. Yashasvi Jaiswal is turning out to be that case study. And there's been so many between the two of them who've come, some have been able to make a mark, some have not been able to make a mark. Today though, I think, and we were talking about this earlier, I think the ugliest, probably one of the ugliest dismissals of Yashasvi Jaiswal that I saw, besides the one that he skied in the air at Lords.
that is number one.
Today, I would probably, I think this one's competing even more Siddharth, because he just did not have any idea where the ball was coming. The
See,
foot, he'd missed the line, he's missed the length, the foot, the hand, the feet didn't
That
wave,
day-
the bat got
Correct,
stuck.
correct.
That did was an escape shot. It was just.
No,
trying to
the
run
thing
away.
is, see, impact wise, that set the tone. You were under panic that time at Lords. There was no need to play that shot. I can understand top order, England sometimes in these conditions, moving in, moving out, you can get intimidated. But see, in your bowling lineup, when you look at it, you've not taken 20 wickets in all the 4 tests. You've taken 60, just slightly above 60 out of 80 test wickets that can be taken. Okay. And even in that, when you look at it, Bumrah has 2 5-wicket hauls. Akashdeep's 10-wicket haul won you Edgbaston. Siraj set you up with 6 wickets. But if you look at the rest, it's been a very scattered bowling lineup when you look at it. Jadeja, epic fail with the ball.
He's
I'm
just taken
sorry.
2 wickets this series, right?
I think he's taken 3-4. Sundar has chipped in. Nitish has got 3. Your entire bowling unit has looked scattered. And yet again, top heavy.
And you haven't played Kuldeep Yadav.
You can't play Kuldeep
I'm pretty
Yadav.
sure
But
one
you know,
of the
this
English.
probably this match it was
This
not
match it wasn't,
possible
but I'm
to
pretty
fit
sure
in.
that after this series, some English batter is definitely going to come out and say that we were preparing for Kuldeep Yadav all heading into this series, and we were very happy once he didn't play.
Sure, no, I mean India did make that mistake in previous test matches, but in this test matches
test match,
now
there
it
was
was
no
going to be
chance,
very
yeah.
tough. But you know, having said that, where it is, I wanted to just get back to the whole thing. I mean overall, while you know there are a few criticisms of the Indian team, but I think overall, if I look at the mood of the day, I think Indian team, as I mentioned earlier, it's a good enough day for India. I don't think they'll be downcast in their dressing room, and they should not be for various reasons. One, I think under the circumstances they've got a decent enough total. Two, I think they're 2 batters who've looked the best on the day, with an exception of Sai Sudarshan, who also looked good, are Washington Sundar and Karun Nair. In fact, even Washington Sundar, for the 45 odd deliveries that he's batted, he's looked very assured, never under pressure, has that technique to play. Karun Nair has looked totally, you know, at comfort, you know, no issue there at all with him as well. So what it's telling you is that this 204, if these two bat in the same vein that they have, and get another 50 odd run partnership, it can push you closer to 300, which I think will be amazing on this track. And then add to the fact that if WOAKES is not going to be playing any more part in this match, may not be a big issue in this innings, considering you know they've got 6 wickets. But remember, WOAKES the batter is very important for England, and if it is indeed a dislocation, as Shashwat thinks it might be, then even batting is impossible. Then no bowling in the second innings. So you again 10 versus 11, and unlike Pant, he can't even come and do a cameo or something. If it's a dislocation, then
If we go down that road, be prepared for the substitution discussion to come up again.
No, but Ben Stokes made it very clear that you can't have that. And by the way, I also believe in that.
Yeah.
Gambhir said he's in.
No, but
That is because it's
discussion
happened
you
with
can have.
India.
More
Yeah.
white ball towards white ball coaching also, na?
No, that is a very see, because it's happened with India. That is the thing. That is why there is a debate. If it had happened with any other country, they would say we don't care. But it's happened with India, and that would happen with Pant out of his own doing.
No, but
It'll be this.
No, why? If now it happened with WOAKES, we'll raise that debate again. Why are you saying only with India? We'll raise.
It has to be consistent. You can't have substitutions.
But here also we were on the brink of exactly the same story as we were last time around. Na? Last week, first day 10v11.
So good. You bought it upon yourself. So be prepared for it.
Put in the dive.
Shouldn't have put in the dive. Yeah,
Or
there was no need
had
for
the
it.
right technique to put in the dive.
But like I wanted to mention this during the previous show as well, that Sai Sudarshan I think has been very impressive in terms of the way he has adjusted to the conditions. He was playing like a proper test batsman, to be very honest. With
Too early.
soft
Still
hands.
too
No.
early.
No.
I'm just talking about adjusting to these conditions.
No passing of judgment.
Yeah, I'm
That'll
just
take time,
saying-
but he'll
yeah.
look good today. Let's be honest.
Because the way he played with really soft hands, I've not seen
Yeah.
any other test batter in this lineup.
And
play
leaves
with-
as well,
Yeah,
yeah.
leaves as well. But just the fact.
But
because
put
see
him
with
on the
Shubman
leg
Gill-
side with he
Why are
is.
you not happy with your statement?
Because starting he looked very vulnerable. Again, deliveries on leg stump, leg gully. He
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
easily gotten out
Yeah,
in
he-
that.
no.
But I'm saying these are still very early days for Sai Sudarshan, and
so the way
his
he
38
was
of 108 has not given me any justification that I'll persist with Sai Sudarshan.
No, no.
He's not my number 3.
As of
Even
now,
after,
he will be. Who
even
will-
if
who
he
else will
scores
be?
30 of 200 balls also,
But who else will be your number 3 now?
I don't know who will be your number 3. You have
There
to
is
keep
nobody
finding.
else.
You have to
Let him, okay, why do you think not?
still too many technical flaws. Too many. Leg side trap
Sidvi's a leg side trap it's not that big a technical flaw. in
plus this is just one small part of tough conditions. But luckily he
These
doesn't
are the
have the.
toughest conditions in this
But
series.
he hasn't got the bowling to exploit it. The bowling this time is very inexperienced. I'm sorry. If he faces up to a South African attack, he faces up to an Australian attack, he's not giving me the confidence to be my number 3.
I'll just give you an example. See, with Shubman Gill, I thought he played it with hard hands and he thought that the ball will not travel that quickly the way it actually traveled, and that's why he went for that run. In that sense, I feel that maybe that playing with hard hand and soft hands, that you want to keep switching from white ball to red ball cricket, I think that is where maybe Shubman Gill had that brain fade sort of a moment. But with Sai Sudarshan, he's played equal amount of white ball cricket, and the way he's adjusted in this test match, and see, all his balls were just falling.
How can you
right-
say he's played an equal amount of white ball
White ball
cricket with Shubman Gill?
heading into this series, because both of them played the whole IPL.
But Shubman's got a bigger corpus when you look at international
I'm
white
saying
ball
heading
cricket.
into this series, just heading into this series.
No, it's a very
adjusting to these
fickle,
conditions.
very fickle.
Sai
See,
Sudarshan, the defenses that he made stopped right in front, right under his head.
I cannot agree with
It
it
did
for
not
three
go
simple
anywhere.
reasons. 3 simple reasons. One, Sai Sudarshan doesn't have a corpus of international white ball cricket like Shubman Gill has. It's 1/10 of it. Second, you're basing it on one season of IPL. Just
Because
one
when you have to
season.
switch between formats,
But
you
again,
have to see how much you have played.
Gill's done it
before
in the
that
past also. 2023 he did it also, but questions arose even then. Okay. Number 3, on flat
You
decks.
drop Sai Sudarshan after this
Of
series.
course, I don't have any confidence in Sai Sudarshan for one more reason. Flat
can you
conditions.
say, sir, what are you
Flat
saying? He's
conditions.
been the best
How
batter.
much did Sai Sudarshan score in flat conditions?
So even Karun Nair now in these conditions, Shubman Gill hasn't scored runs. KL Rahul, Yashasvi
Okay,
Jaiswal.
so you are
Drop Yashasvi
discounting.
Jaiswal.
You are discounting
I'm
Shubman Gill's 585 runs then.
Then I'm saying
Simple.
from that basis you should drop Yashasvi Jaiswal as well.
Why not? The questions are asked. Shubman Gill has at
You've
least
asked me, but
answered.
you're ready to drop Sai Sudarshan.
Of
after
course.
this. On what basis?
0-30, 0-61. Simple.
He has
I
been
can't
the
drop a
best batter
Shubman Gill.
today. Who will you play?
Karun Nair is my best batter over
Who
Sai
will you play
Sudarshan.
in
Which
place of
match
Sai
are you
Sudarshan?
watching about? I
I'm
want to just
watching
know.
this game.
No,
In
you are
terms
not.
of the way they're
Because
looking, that's
I'll
a
tell you for
personal
3
choice.
simple reasons.
That is a personal choice.
3 simple
Who's
reasons
looking
I have
how
told
good?
you. There is no way you can dispute that. For the simple fact of a simple corpus
If a
of
batter
white
hasn't
ball
done well on
cricket.
flat tracks and he's doing well in these conditions, you'll drop him.
Karun
Because
Nair
he's
has
not
done
doing
well. Karun Nair has done
Nair
better
has
than
been
him.
dropped and then he's come back into the side.
So even Sai Sudarshan also got it. He was dropped after Leeds. He came back afterwards within
a very
0-61.
big reason you dropped Sai Sudarshan at that point was because you wanted to give
Sai
a full and final
Sudarshan-
long rope to Karun Nair.
Sai
so that then you
Sudarshan
can
shouldn't
shoot
even
two.
have played in Leeds. He shouldn't even have played because you dropped him for the 2 tests, which made no sense. You destroyed his confidence. Then he responds
Yeah.
with 61 and 0. 61 and 0 and now 38 of 108, when he still has vulnerabilities and a better bowling attack is going to tackle him
Who
even
doesn't have
further.
vulnerabilities in this batting order?
KL Rahul?
In this series, yes, I agree.
In this series?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who else?
Okay, South Africa, who was your best batter?
KL
Rahul?
I'm saying KL Rahul.
Okay.
Who else?
But whatever, it's not vulnerability. Yashasvi Jaiswal still got hundreds and things like that, no? KL Rahul's got runs, Shubman Gill has got runs, so they've all got runs. I mean, just on Sai Sudarshan, I think in that sense, I mean, I agree, disagree. See, let's say the series finishes now. Let's say it's a washout and you don't play. Sai Sudarshan would have had how many? 6 odd innings? So
Six innings.
So he's averaging around 25. So
128
let's say,
runs.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, see, again, we tend to forget, and I think, you know, we'll get to his batting today. We've already spoken of. But yeah, if you finish this series with an average of 20 or 25, I don't think that's been an impressive tour overall, right? I mean, that to that point, I agree with Siddharth. But to the other point that he's going to get dropped, I don't think that will also happen because the team also looks at potential and so on and so forth. I think what he did today, he did show that he has the temperament, and I think that's what we were wanting to see Sai Sudarshan in, right? Because we have not seen him too much in red ball, doesn't have too much red ball experience in domestic, so we wanted to see a bit of it. I think what he showed today, if I was in the coaching staff or I was the team setup, I think I'd take it as a positive. I'd take it as something to work with. I'll take it as something that, you know, I can invest in. So he could be the player that I invest in. So possible that just going forward, I'm not going to make so many changes. I'll continue. I don't think he's reached a stage where he's dropped. I quite agree with the other fact that if let's say the series is to finish today an average of 24, 25, whatever, roughly I think
21 for the moment.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't reflect very good on him. And he's had all sorts of conditions, like this tough condition, some flatter condition as well. So yeah, you could say like that. But I don't think they'll give up on him. And to an extent, that's right as well, right? And that's what we keep complaining about the Indian team, that you give a little bit of a start. Again, we've here complained a lot of times about, let's say, Sarfraz, that they were unfair to him. And we agree. But then 2 wrongs don't make a right, right? If you were to continue doing this with some other players, then I think that would also be unfair. So I think he'll be fair enough. My other question to everyone is Shubman Gill's run out. This is not a debate as to whose fault it was. But was this the turning point of the day? I mean, if Shubman Gill was batting in the form that he's shown, I don't know how many runs he could have got, but you know, you've seen he's been the best batter on display. He batted longer. Could this day have looked much brighter for India than it is at the moment?
I don't think there's any doubt in that. Yeah, we touched upon it earlier as well.
Or did you feel that he was vulnerable anyway, so didn't make too much?
Nothing like that. That wicket for England came against the run of play. Shubman Gill was looking good. So was his partner on the other side, and Karun Nair. So England were just happy. It is something that they didn't plan for. It is something that they didn't think would come their way. It totally came against the run of play and just a brain fade. Absolutely a gift. A gift served on a silver platter.
I think clearly the momentum shifted from there. Jadeja came and got out very early. After that, Dhruv Jurel got out very early after that.
Jadeja, I'm not worried. You know why?
Why?
Because this is the first innings.
Yeah.
Second innings, he'll be not out.
Not out.
He has gone through this entire series not being dismissed in the second innings.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? I was looking at that side. He has not been dismissed even once in the second innings in this series.
Yes.
So no problem. He can get out for whatever. Second innings, he's not going to be getting out.
Contrasted with Jaiswal, he's been a second innings failure on this whole tour.
Not this test match.
I don't know. I don't know whether we'll have time.
No, he's saying second inning failure, but this first inning is
That's what, hopefully, it's not the case.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you'll have the time to get a second innings also, because the weather is filthy for day 4 and 5.
It's a draw.
Yeah.
It's mood discussing what happens in the future where India.
Because day 4 and day 5, it's 75% precipitation chances.
Change, yeah.
Hope so.
England weather, you kept telling us Manchester, day 1, day 2, day 5, nothing, yeah. Then later I asked you, then you said, no, it's all cleared. The weather has changed.
Typical.
So see.
But today, whatever weather we all said, it turned out to be true. There was a brief spell from 8 to 8:30 in that period.
Okay, before we take the question, one final question. What did you make of Dharmasena telling the team?
That was a...
That Sai Sudarshan Nick, right?
That bat is there.
See, he'd shaken his head anyway.
Yeah, but that's fine. Let the opposition team waste a
No.
review?
See, no, I'll tell you why, because I've noticed this a lot of times. You can ask the umpire why you haven't given not out.
No, not necessary.
No, but the umpire
it's
is
not-
obliged to
I
tell.
like
No.
what.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
No.
saying,
But
I'm saying-
I
no.
liked what Sanjay
I'm saying-
Bangar said on commentary.
Not at all. Please get that right. Umpire is not obliged to
Obliged.
tell
Yeah,
you
yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know
He
where
can't
that
give you
fits
a
in
thing as to why I gave him
No,
out in
in
that
general,
sense.
even if
You
you
can
say
have
out
that
of
discussion
courtesy,
later on
it's up
and
to
all.
the umpire,
Yeah,
but
after
he's
the
not
over.
obliged to
He's
do
not
it.
obliged, but in
Yes.
that sense, I'm saying just in the run of play, if you're not, I'm saying just going back to the non-DRS days. As soon as the bowlers appeal, they do tend to ask that what was the reason. And then I'm saying even if we are playing over here and if the umpire,
Forget here. I'm
I'm
talking
saying
about
just telling
rules.
even
Pre-DRS days.
pre-DRS days, if the umpire, if the bowler goes and he appeals for LBW and the umpire gives not out, then the bowlers do tend to ask that what was the reason? Was it going away? Did it go up? Bat? All of this. I think that exactly that happened.
No,
And
but one second.
because DRS.
No. Let's go. You say that pre-DRS there, the bowler goes to the thing. Umpire is still not obliged to tell him.
They're not
Yes,
obliged
out
to
of
tell him.
courtesy, sometime
Most
umpires
of them
would
tell
tell you.
them,
Yes,
yeah.
but there was no DRS, so there's no question of wasting.
Yeah.
I've given it not out, now it's not out, and I can then still give you my reason. If I'm not obliged to, I may.
You can, you cannot.
But now with the DRS in play, that is a kind of help. I mean, see, let them decide whether they want to go for
That's
it.
true.
You end up saving a DRS for
See,
the
I
opposition.
think it
I'm
was-
not.
No, but the umpire
I know
can
it
also
may have
do
been
that.
unintentional.
Yeah,
No, but the thing is, that's what my point is. The umpire has to be mindful in it.
Yeah.
Today, because you know what can happen. One DRS call here and there changes the match. Completely changes the match.
See, if
that
I-
Shubman Gill led
I-
before
I look at it
in
this
the
way.
last
Umpires
test match
do
in
disagree.
Manchester,
They
if
just say
Shubman was
missing
out,
leg.
game was different.
And
Yeah.
so, like umpires do, instead of saying not out, they just go and say that maybe missing leg. Instead of giving out or not giving out, in pre-DRS days or even today, they'll not say it's not out, they'll say it's missing leg. All they say that there was bad
But they're
or
not
something
obliged
like
to
that.
do it.
Yeah, they're not obliged to do it, but then again, it's.
But in
I
DRS,
think 90%
I
of the
think
umpires would do
in
that.
DRS days, you should not mention
do it,
anything
yeah.
back. Because see again, what has happened what we're not realizing is that DRS decision making and the idea or the communication between the wicket keeper, the captain, all of that has become a tactic. It's become part of the sport. So you are in a way kind of helping that happen. So I'm sorry, but no.
I mean,
See,
Dharmasena.
The umpire should take cognizance of this fact and try and avoid this.
But Dharmasena not knowing the rules, when have we heard that before? New Zealand would agree with that 2019.
Yeah,
I mean, he should have given it 5 runs
5
instead of
runs.
6 runs, but then he didn't know the rule at the heat of the moment. Here, why did you want to help England?
See,
The
I
umpiring
think it
tests
was
are
frankly
so
very instinctive
barely people
of the
pass the
umpire.
umpiring test,
Very
right?
instinctive. He may not have intended to help. It was very instinctive. And I liked what Sanjay Bangar said on commentary. Listen, pre-DRS days, you would see these gestures. However, I was looking at how is it that it can be improved upon to make our sport better, more neutral, more unbiased, whatever. Then maybe just a few workshops here and there, and you try and these are international level umpires, and by no means were they trying to aid the.
It looks like Asia versus England
No,
at this
I'm
point
not
in
saying
time.
he did it on purpose, but I'm
Yeah.
saying he has to be mindful. of it.
Absolutely,
He has to
absolutely.
curb his instincts.
Or then balance it out, help the other team
I
also.
think
I'll help everyone.
I think because of who
But I
saw
look
it,
at
there
it
would
the
have been
other way
other
as well.
instances where they would have been happy.
I'm saying,
happier.
let's look at it the other way. This
Like, isn't why he's not given out would be the reason would be shared. Not shared, but yeah.
No, I didn't.
I'm saying if I'm the bowling team, if India would have done that, it would if they go and ask, or if the bowler asks it why it's not out, then the umpire would definitely tell you the reason.
Yeah, but as I'm
You
saying,
think it should not happen?
yeah, because it's DRS. Unless you can do it once the 15-second timer is done, then maybe you can ask.
But
for
I'm
it.
looking at it
And
the other
a lot
way.
of teams do it after the timer
After
is
the
up, because
time.
during the timer they're discussing. Once it's over, then they'll go up to the captain.
But I'm looking at it the other way as well.
They sometimes ask opposition players as well.
Yeah.
The fielding.
That's
bat-
gamesmanship.
bat
And
or-
did you nick it?
See, for example, in the Rishabh Pant thing in Mumbai, he was in continuous thing like, see, my bat brushed the pad, the umpire didn't have word, and he was not obliged to tell him, like, see, I gave my decision based on what I saw. After the 15 seconds were over, at that time he mentioned, see, I thought there was bat.
But I'm saying
there was a clear
if the
deflection.
fielding team is so convinced, as so often is the case, in that moment you're convinced and you don't always agree with the umpire. If that was the case, you don't look at this as aid at all. You could have gone ahead and considered this. You could have, you second guess the umpire as well. Like all the time, it was Duckett, I think, And India were bowling that time. You felt that there was no edge, but it turned out to be an edge. It was a very good decision at that time by
it was Manchester or
Yeah, I think it was the
Lords?
second test match.
Okay, Edgbaston.
Yeah, I think it was that time. So these things keep happening. Maybe there was no aid, and if the fielding team was so convinced, then you don't take that aid, and if you're so convinced, go ahead. You should have reviewed it.
No, that's fine.
Maybe the umpire got it wrong.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying still, why? Basically, it is up to the 11 men on the field to decide. Now you're getting a help from the 12th guy. Whether you believe him or not is another thing. Whether he's got it right or not, but it's still external help now.
Yeah.
You decide.
Dharmasena, England not knowing the rules, as I said.
Yes.
You need not go back in history for that. Yeah. Rakesh Bhushan is saying, Jaiswal, if he wants to succeed regularly on testing condition, needs to curb his instinct. Respect the condition, move his feet early on, or else you may see post Nair, he tweeting, "Dear Test, give me one more chance." He has to buckle up. Yeah. So far in the two tours that we have seen of Australia and England, he's flattered to deceive. I mean, he's had 100, he's had 250s.
Underwhelming.
But very underwhelming. Ashish Dar, Gigi, Tara Singh to Fortis, Ashraf Ali, Hindustan Zindabad. Gadar. Although Fortis doesn't
So
look
give
like
us- give
Ashraf
us in
Ali.
the-
So Gadar, what happens is when Tara
Help us
Singh,
understand.
in Gadar, Tara Singh wants to in order to accept his wife, he has to convert to Islam. So when Ashraf Ali says, "Abhi bolo Hindustan Murdabad," then he goes on this confrontation
Pakistan bhi Zindabad or Hindustan bhi Zindabad.
And Hindustan Zindabad only aided by his son. He only says Hindustan
Where is that?
Zindabad.
Hindustan Zindabad tha.
Zindabad hai, Zindabad rahega.
It's from this one.
Yeah, Gadar.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I know.
Yeah. And that's when he removes the hand pump and destroys 700 Pakistanis in that sense. So, yeah. Mr. Shekhar from GTN is saying, tongue. US. Tongue being too erratic is what caused Sai and Jaddu.
Actually,
Yeah.
what he does is these kind of bowlers, they lull you into sleep by bowling like this. And when you least expect, boom. Maybe it's part of the strategy. I'll
Give some buffet deliveries.
like when you have to catch a prey, you play that you're lazy, you're not moving, and the prey will come, and then you show your.
That's exactly how I
pounce on it.
describe Shardul Thakur as well with the ball. He'll spray it across
Deliberately put a
and then
effort
get you
ball.
in a WTC final, get you the wicket
No,
of
but
a
he
Steve Smith.
continues to bowl the same way. Batters go
He
in
got
time.
Warner also similarly in
Be
that way.
aggressive.
Yeah. He got
They put you to sleep, and
Yeah.
then when you're totally in your slumber, one
boom.
good one.
Yes.
Chaffa.
Yeah. Rakesh Bhushan again. Nair got a start in all the matches. Looked good technically. Agree he didn't get big century, but at the same time he batted at 6, then 3, and today at 5 with constant sword hanging on his head. Give him long run.
Reminds me of someone else.
Again from the same state. I know.
Best friends.
Best friends.
Are they best friends?
Not best friends, but yeah, very good friends. Childhood
Good friends.
Childhood
Good
friends.
So
Best-
everyone is good friends with each other in the team.
Best friends. No, they're really
Unless
friends.
you're
Like,
only
they hang out
professionals.
together and all of that. Lots of them don't hang out together, no?
Yeah.
They, since beginning. Best KL's best friend is Mayank Agarwal.
Yeah. Ram Gautam from the US is saying, with conditions at hand, can India level the series? I honestly thought yes. But looking at the weather on day 4 and 5, I think they'll be short on time.
You assume that it's a full-fledged match, na?
We're talking about the WTC final that ended in 3 days.
I can still say India have an edge.
India lost in 3 days, no?
I think anything can happen.
6 days it went
Yeah.
and
You lost on the 6th day.
Yeah. And it started raining just after that.
No.
yeah.
You're talking about
21.
21, yeah. No, sorry. 23 it started raining after it got
Yeah.
over. Yeah.
AI platform fan club was saying 50, but on cost of pacer, Thakur won us Oval 2021. Yep. If lose, it's 1-3 and worse than 1-3 of BGT because it had Stark, Pat, Joss, Lyon, not Cars, Bashir, Tongue. Indeed, the weakest lineup, but that Australian team, alpha team of Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins, Boland, and Lyon. What more do you want? And Sharan is saying, Sai looks very impressive. Looks like he's improving at a rate of 10% every match he's playing. Hope Karun gets his maiden 100 of this series. Hope so.
Yeah, everything will be maiden 100, maiden double 100 also.
Maiden century away from home. Yeah. Rakesh again. Nikhil, perennial problem.
He's saying dear Nikhil.
Dear Nikhil.
Of course. Dear also is called. Yeah.
More of the love, yes.
Why have you removed the love?
I don't know. Genuine oversight. Dear Nikhil, it felt like I'm reading a letter or a telegram at this point. Perennial problem, balls.
Don't miss yours lovingly.
Yours lovingly.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah.
Rakesh, you're such an old viewer.
Yep.
You're pulling his leg.
At 12:54 in the night.
It's like this very common thing, and it only happens in India, nowhere in the world. Like addressing somebody, dear. Listen, dear. There's a
Yes. So no dear.
no, and it's not always like what you were saying between couples or something like
Anybody.
anybody like a colleague.
Colleague. Yeah.
Dear, can you do this for me, dear? Something like that. It's very
So, dear Nikhil, perennial problem. Ball seams swing. None of the Indian batsmen you can bet to score big.
Yeah.
Now, with advent of T20, I doubt 3 years down the line, art of survival in this Indian team will vanish.
But Rakesh, that can come back if more and more countries go back to those conditions. Now, what is happening globally, and as you're seeing with England, in fact, not so much in Test cricket, but in South Africa, white ball cricket also getting massive runs. 400 all being scored in ODIs. T20 you get 200 plus easily. So more and more countries are moving towards these flat batting conditions because it becomes a spectacle. People enjoy 6s, 4. So the whole nature. West Indies, though, it's been a long time since you had those good pitches that you used to have at one point. Sabina Park used to be mighty quick. Now it's dead as a dodo. So
Stark will disagree. 6 for 9.
yeah, but I'm saying that is also
Sabina Park still has that.
not like
Not
the
like the
Sabina
old
Park
70s,
it used to be.
Definitely not,
Yeah.
but like it
Barbados.
still is one of the very good
Even in
places
India,
to
even
for
in
fast
India, Chepauk used to be a quick bouncy track
Mumbai,
at one point.
Eden Gardens.
Eden Gardens recently they made it like
Mumbai.
that. Wankhede used to be like that.
But Sabina Park even till date remains one
no,
of
no,
the
it's become now more
paradises of
uneven
uneven.
sort of a
Yeah.
thing. But not like how it used to be.
Barbados. What a downfall.
Barbados as well, correct. Best fast bowler. So I'm saying generally it's become like that. So even if you have those deficiency, you're still not exposed in Test cricket because I mean, look, take this series for example. You're playing in England, and the only time that you will be tested or needed to be tested is this one Test match. So even if I have a batter who can get in flat condition, I'll go with him because 4 out of the 5 Test matches he's likely to do much better, right? So if that is the case, we'll go. So I guess for that you'll have to change. It's all down to commerce. Why these pitches are changing? Everyone wants 5-day Test match. Everyone enjoys batting, longer batting. So these countries are also changing nature of the pitches. So then the batters will say, fine, I'll continue to be a white ball batter, and 95% of the Test pitches are also going to be like that. I'll make merry 5% I'll see.
Yeah.
That's what.
Ashish there. Size, leg side dismissals, impact of white ball game. Indeed. Indeed. True that. Santan is given us a lot of love from the US. Yep. International 3191, Shashwat, for you.
Is he your fan, Shashwat?
I have no idea.
Arey, don't say that to him, yaar. What comparisons you are telling him? He'll be higher than
Yep.
anyone.
Yes, he shall.
He shall be.
Rakesh Bhushan, like we all say, let the bat do the
And
talking.
also Shashwat is young. He has a long way to go in his, I was going
Young
to say
career.
journalism, but then I have changed that.
Please don't.
In his career.
Yeah.
People start
No, I'm saying in your career.
sending messages.
They send you messages.
Yeah.
So what is wrong
No,
with it?
there's nothing wrong with that.
Aren't you going to announce when you're going to...
When I announce, then right now this end I get a little emotional.
Emotional.
Yeah.
Don't trouble him, please, guys.
No, nobody's troubling him. Everybody's sending love only.
Love.
Yeah.
He has a big announcement to make. When will you make it?
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime.
Okay.
Yeah. Rakesh Bhushan, like we all say, let the bat do the talking, is Mr. Lee Fortis saying, let the pitch do the talking to Gigi.
That thought crossed my mind actually.
He has
honestly.
ensured India batsmen dance so far.
When I saw it, it crossed my mind on the 1 hour before when I really saw how the pitch is going to be, because every time we've been shown this green pitch and then on the day of the match it's a brown pitch that is served. This time when I saw green, my first thing, and I jokingly, obviously don't mean it, I was first is like, Mr. Fortis is like, acha, pange, look, I was planning to shave off the grass.
But
now I will not.
Now that you've messed with me.
Praneeth Datta saying, India on top, I think. Akashdeep will be handful on this track. This present England batting don't have the technique to survive on this track. Impressed with Sai.
But good point by Praneeth. Who knows? Again, Indian bowling lineup I think is better than England's. They may be a fast bowler less, but now as we were discussing, maybe England also have only 3 fast bowlers left for the rest of the match, and one of their more experienced fast bowler going. I think if Atkinson had been injured, I don't think they would have been affected that much. But WOAKES, yes. But yeah, I mean, who knows? You're right. If India do get in the range of 280 plus, which they very well can, 2 good batters, that's what I mentioned, then you can dismiss England for much cheaper. And it's happened. Oftentimes teams have tried to do this, get seam friendly conditions or green pitches to scare India, and India have really bounced back and done well on fast pitches.
2014 Lords.
Yeah, many times. Perth 2008. Gabba again.
21.
Yeah. So it's not that, sometimes those things work in India's favor as well. Though the only difference is some of those pitches that I mentioned are good, fast and bouncy pitches, which I think India likes, and they can now adjust much better to. It's only when like this slight movement.
Because now I don't think the Indian batters.
See, now look at England's
fast bowlers. Pace isn't a problem anymore.
Yeah.
Mayank Yadav here, they're playing everybody over here.
And fast pitches they can. But England, no, I think, one of their weak link was, for example, let's say Harry Brook. But it was mostly in these drier surface because he's not good against spin. Now, he may be better suited to, I'm guessing, English conditions.
He's highly rated to somewhere, so he's doing
slight better chance of him performing there in these drier. Bethel coming in, again highly rated. We've seen that players like Duckett and Crawley have adapted slightly better in these conditions than Indian openers. So it does seem that they could cross what India get, but don't be surprised if they. I think what crucial first session
tomorrow.
But honestly, it'll tell you where do India get a par, above par total, or do they fall a bit short?
Yep.
That'll tell you.
Crystal Days from the UK is saying 2021 WTC final overcast. We play 2 spinners. Result.
Yeah, the same thing that I mentioned.
That awesome.
Days, same.
Yep.
This is a series of deja vu.
Yeah, it's like that awesome quartet now never together. No. That New Zealand quartet. Saudi retired, Bolt not playing, Wagner retired, Jameson injured.
Yeah. But if I was to compare, because I did make that comparison that New Zealand was with 4 fast bowlers, India played 2 spinners, if they make a mistake. But the one other fair comparison is the 4 bowlers that England have are no match to the 4 bowlers that New Zealand played. That's also a big difference.
Yeah. Shantan again is saying
now finally he's saying
US, from the US he's saying can't drop Sai Sudarshan at this point. We have to back him for a couple of series at least. Give him like 8 to 10 tests. I'm with Shashwat on this.
We'll have to be lucky to get 8-10 tests.
You might see what happens now. You're playing at home. If you get
4 tests you're playing at home.
If you get 4 tests at home, if you're a decent enough batter, you will make that count.
Yeah, you will.
Unless you go back to those rank turners, which I don't think India will now go back to. So you make them count. If you can't make that count, then you might as well.
See, anyway, your next major assignment.
Their white ball cricket, definitely. Of course.
No, and that's not to say that he cannot come back in test cricket. He's quite young.
He's not going anywhere.
No, I'm saying in case he's not able to make it.
Your next huge test series away is October-November 2026, New Zealand. Yeah. Shubham Garg, Ishwaran father joined long list of fathers launching campaign for their son. When will fathers learn these campaigns only harm, bring bad spotlight?
This is people know
Are you
about
sure about this?
I didn't know that.
His father has launched a campaign for his son. What is the campaign called? Like it's on.
It's not the inside, like everything that goes behind the scenes.
It's all.
He knows that what is behind the scene. He's saying
talking
some
about that
campaign.
only,
So
I
did he
think.
see the
There's
campaign?
nothing in front, we know, no?
But it feels from back.
Yeah. There's something
So
behind
if he, let's say hypothetically, I don't know, but if
I've
he
heard
was
that his
supposed
father-
to,
I don't think his father does all
what
of
else?
that.
Yeah.
Arey bhai, what else will a father do if his son is gone for multiple tours not played? What is the father supposed to do?
No, like there are many stories, na, to it.
Arey, but whatever may be the case, if he's
What happens on the field, what happens in the dressing room, stays in the dressing room.
no, I understand all
dressing room-
that. Shashwat,
Yeah.
I understand all that. I'm getting to the basic point. Things that
What
I can
else
talk
does a
about.
father
What can
get?
a father do?
कुछ नहीं कर सकते.
He's restless. He's affected. He's hurt.
Campaign, no campaign, advertising campaign, phone
Protest.
campaign, whatever. You'll have to do that now. What else will you do? Is it easy for any father?
Ishmeet's.
And in some cases you say, okay, not picking for other reasons. Weight is the case, or leaking news is the case, or some. One player is not picked because apparently he was leaking news. But please tell me, he's not part of the squad anymore. But every news is leaked.
Yeah. Even now.
Playing 11s. Last
Playing 11,
last
what
two
is
matches
happening,
we've known
who
the
is
playing
doing,
11.
And
who's
who's
having an
fighting
argument,
inside?
who's fighting.
On what are they
Everything
fighting?
is leaked.
Everybody knows. So who's leaking now? Drop that person also then. You'll keep dropping only people.
Yeah.
Some state secret was leaked in Australia.
Even if it was, it's still being leaked.
Same things are being leaked, Harshit. So there's nothing out of
That's
the blue
so
that's been
true.
leaked now.
Yeah.
That wasn't being leaked then.
Ishmeet Singh from Canada is saying Indian team has become Bumrah Private Limited. How?
But no, he's talking about he getting a chance, I think, to choose when he's playing, when he's not playing. I think that's
But that's not the case.
yeah. I mean, in
Like
this,
besides Lords, let's be honest, Lords was his decision. He got a very good break from the first test match to the second, and I think we've heard it that he was really keen on playing Lords. First day itself, that sort of was that decision was vindicated. But otherwise, it's not the case where he's just choosing when he wants to play.
Yeah. Daler Singh again is saying we in India should also have maximum 7-8 test venues, especially for big series. I love how English and Australian crowds turn up for tests. Gus bowled super. Yeah, he did, but it's tough in India. You
No,
have
but
to.
I think a very big reason why that doesn't happen is because you want a large turnout. Because in the small states, there is no IPL, there is no ODI, T20 cricket. So they expect people will turn out for test cricket because they are getting to see their stars over there. And then if you start having test matches in Delhi, in Eden Gardens, Mumbai, there is already so much white ball cricket. People will not turn out for test match cricket because they are getting to see their stars all throughout the year. So I think that is a very big reason. And this was a debate which happened a couple of years back also, if I'm not wrong.
no, but whether that is the case or not is immaterial. I think the basic essence of it should be that India is a vast country with a lot of people. So each state is very proud of their cricketing culture. You go to each state and they will talk about their players. You go to Gujarat, they'll talk about their rich history. You go to Maharashtra, they'll talk about it. You go to Tamil Nadu, they'll talk about it. Karnataka will talk about it. Bengal will say so much. Now Jharkhand, talks about players coming from there. So everywhere you'll go to UP and Delhi, Punjab, everywhere. Now how do you, Rajasthan, so how do you then decide which are going to be the centers? Now it's very easy in a small country like England. There can only be few centers. You can do, north, south of England in one day in your car as well. You can't do that in India. So there will only be those limited centers. Australia is a big country, but their population is only concentrated in
The
those
coasts.
5-6 cities. So you will have it in most of those major towns. So
they don't even have it in the northern part. Darwin, Cairns,
but
they only host white ball.
and those are much smaller towns, so if you
Yeah.
do it, it's fine. But in India, each of the state capital is a big town, and
Yes.
each state capital would want to have, a big test match. So I think, and it's a very, as I said, very diverse population. Each region is so proud of their cricketing heritage culture. How do I deny any of these states that I mentioned?
And another thing, in England, it's not even the primary sport. Here it is.
Yeah, but let's say even if it is, you still limit it to those 5-6 big towns,
Like
right?
if They'll face the same problem when it comes to football. Looking at the number of stadiums that they'll have, they'll find it hard to just base it around 5 stadiums.
No, I agree.
You can't just do it around capacity because, let's say, a legacy stadium like
You
like
could
that of
still
an
do.
Everton.
Let's say you have a World Cup. You're not going to give it to every area, right?
Yeah.
It may be restricted to big town, but it's fine. Let's say Ashes is massive for them and draws all those crowds. Still restricted to between those 7-8 venues. You'll give it to 4-5, and it's on rotation. You will do that.
As Virat Kohli once said, yes, he was backing the idea of there being 5
Yeah, but
centers, but logically,
very easy to say. From that,
yeah,
no?
practically it. See, there are so many cricketing associations here. There's money that flows. There are audiences to be taken care of as well.
Everybody's
Just
paid
can't.
all throughout the year to maintain the grounds. They have to. give
And
their
you know,
shares
the
of
other
money.
big thing that has happened in India is that earlier, okay, big centers you could say because they had a cricketing culture and big players would come from those big centers. Now that's changed. Smaller town players are coming through. So how do you deny, people there also to watch some top
IPL
class cricket?
franchises shift their bases because
I mean, what I would want, okay, you keep it in centers, but at least have some relevance to some test matches. For example, Boxing Day, New Year's test. You know that it will happen in these 2 centers. Ruth
No, but
Strauss
then-
Day happens at
but
Lord's.
Siddharth, then that becomes an issue, no? Then it
Because
becomes,
you
we're
remember-
a country that is even fighting over language.
Yeah, because
Mine
you
is
remember
better
in the
than that.
70s and the 80s, there
It
used to be a Pongal test in Chennai.
Yeah, but Siddharth, in those days there were only 5 or 6 venues that you would have. You would have
They
to have a
close to
test match
30
in
international
Chennai.
venues.
You would have to have a test match in Bombay.
Bombay.
In Calcutta, Kanpur was a very
Kanpur.
big center.
Yeah.
Rajkot.
In fact, it was a bigger
No,
center
not
than
Rajkot.
Delhi.
Nagpur.
Kanpur was a bigger center than Delhi. And even Mohali at that time wasn't even a
Wasn't there,
center.
yeah.
So you just had these 4, 5, 6 centers where cricket used to be played. Now things have changed. As I said, now if I run through the north to the south of the country, I could name at
Dharamshala.
least, yeah.
Dharamshala,
They're close to 30
Mohali.
international grounds now.
Now,
But
There
the
are 3
cities
in
are also
the
relevant.
Punjab only.
2.
No, you have PCA, you have
Mullampur.
Mullampur.
Mumbai
But
is
that
3.
doesn't matter. I'm saying you give Punjab one. But then
Mumbai
again,
is
if I
3.
just look at each state, whether they hosted in Mullapur or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying in terms of that population or that region, we'll have to give them a
No, plus
a game, no?
England and
Why will they
Australia,
not get test matches?
there is a dedicated window only October to March,
that's also
and
not the
also June to September for England. India plays cricket for 9 or 10 months of the year.
Yeah.
So that's why. Chili paneer, a funny feeling of 60 all out incoming. Wow. For England.
Okay.
It'll be like a
Be
Trent
nice.
Bridge
Chili
bit.
paneer. We will order chili paneer that day.
Yeah. Who will take 8 for 15 then? Yeah. Shubham Garg, Shashwat KL moving to KKR. You happy or sad about that?
Yeah, it's on social media though at the
I
moment.
also I have not heard.
There are a few people talking about it that perhaps there's a
No,
trade
I'll
deal.
tell. There's going to be 20 days gap now between Asia Cup and this, so something has to happen. All this talk will happen.
I heard they're genuinely interested.
Even
Wow.
Delhi was interested in a certain Rohit Sharma, but it
No,
has to.
whether it happens or not, there are many people who
Within
have a
one
say.
season, KKR
No,
real.
KKR are
Interested
na,
in
but
him.
Delhi also needs to be interested.
Oh, that trade. But
Yeah, even Delhi needs to be interested, right?
yeah.
To give KL Rahul.
You are Delhi,
I
what
have-
would you do?
Like whatever he wants to do. If he's happy at Delhi, he can stay.
You'll trade.
No. If he's happy here, he can happily stay. He's been one of the better batters. But please play him at a consistent opening.
What would you do? Delhi?
I'm keeping him.
Keep him. So if he comes to you, give me an NOC, let me go. What are you going to say?
Sorry,
No,
buddy.
Sorry. Turn up for practice.
No, but then I'll say then if you because like Ashish,
You really
said
want him
for
to move,
Hardik
right?
Pandya, if
No,
his heart is not here.
it didn't happen like that. They tried to convince him first many times and it didn't work. Eventually he said, okay, his heart is not there. Let him. It's not that he came straight away, I want to go, ha. Oh, no. They said, no, yaar, what you are there, stay, one meeting. Many happened, was not keen.
Yep.
You know, like in a company you go, say one time, I've got an offer from somewhere, then they'll tell you one time, you hear 2 times, then 3rd time also you don't listen, then they'll say, go, don't even do the notice period. Go tomorrow only. That's what happens. No, but they don't immediately tell you, na. They want to retain you. So it doesn't happen. So will you retain KL if he comes to you?
Yeah.
2-3 times you will speak to him, na.
I'll try and retain my MVP.
MVP he was.
I mean, he was the best batter. And Stark was your best bowler for some time. Apart from that, who?
Vipraj Nigam, Ashutosh Sharma.
Not that consistently. 3-4
He
games.
waits for an opportunity. How can put him down?
No, I'm just telling
First he
other-
said I'll let him go.
No,
if
no,
he doesn't want.
I'm saying or other players I'm telling you did well.
Not that consistent. Vipraj won 2 games.
I told you he'd give you a 500 run season and that happened.
I want a trophy, not 500 runs.
Well, trophy.
Yeah, so Shubham Gar is saying, guys, simple search. His father has given multiple interviews today criticizing Gambhir and selectors for not giving chance, selecting Karun again. That's what I said. What else will he do? But as a father,
What more can he
Son
do?
of-
Yeah,
I'll know by
Yuvraj
tomorrow
Singh
morning.
also spent like the last few years just doing
I
this
think
only.
we'll come to know by tomorrow morning what else can he do.
see, he must
about
have
it.
stopped himself from doing this for some time now. Now he pretty much
He would
knows.
have stopped himself. I'm saying, what I'm trying to
Arey,
say
he
is
wouldn't
that-
have given interviews, na.
Oh.
He didn't give. He's given interviews now openly, no.
But even previously, I'm saying that now that he's coming out to talk, he would have gone through this so many times over the
Yeah,
years.
so that's why I'm saying no. There's a reason why he's coming out to talk now, because he knows now nothing to lose. Now they won't be picking him. No,
True,
it's a
true.
serious thing.
It's
You look at
very
it from a
true.
father's point of view. He may have wanted to say it many times, but he's like, let me not do it. It'll jeopardize my son's career. So he kept quiet, kept swallowing the bitter pill again and again.
But did he do that?
Eventually, no. Whatever else he did, he didn't give an interview, na.
Yeah, he
Shashwat.
didn't give an interview.
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking. So he whatever he did, he could not. Now that he knows that nothing to lose, now no more that selection will happen or he'll get picked. So he's done it, whatever he had to.
Yep.
Okay. You want to take 1 or 2 questions before we wind up?
Yeah, Nick sir, I need record of Shashwat in studio, Sarachandra Singh. And KL scores that innings, and when he's absent, his scores surely. He had a downward effect on KL. I mean, of course.
Imagine
I
the-
don't need a record.
The
It's
power that you have.
Yeah. कभी कभी लगता है यही भगवान है. That's how I look at it. My
Arey, what is
goodness.
it? You've got Shivam Giri also today.
Yeah.
Shivam Giri, a special segment before we wind up. What are you laughing about? Shah?
I said na. He आपको यही भगवान है. That's
It's 1:30. I have a very early start tomorrow also.
Oops. Yashasvi Jaiswal against England on Indian pitches, on English pitches. Yeah. Just like his hairstyle. Hairstyle changes, no? Sean Tate Bowling Academy, Josh Tongue, absolutely.
Yeah, even Sean Tate was very similar. Like, he used to be very wayward and then one ball. But he was very quick.
Very
of
quick.
course.
His action is
Much quicker.
160.
Much quicker. But he, on an average was 145, 147, right?
I used to cross 150.
150.
I've heard
You
you
check-
stories that he used to, he could not sleep in one bed, so he used to sort of join 2 beds and sleep. Yeah,
I worked with him.
nothing.
He slept on a
but
sofa
when,
also.
When
I
he
saw
used to
him.
play, I heard from
Maybe.
somebody.
He's not that big.
How-
a guy.
No, he's not that big, but just for his body.
How
and all.
bad is his elbow? Man, that
Yeah,
bowling
yeah.
action.
My previous gig where I was,
Yeah.
he was an expert.
He was an
Yeah.
expert.
He's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
gentle otherwise.
All the
Ah,
quick,
yeah.
so
He has
quick
a
bowlers are very nice.
Indian wife.
Yeah, he is.
And all the bowlers were
I-
really.
Same like Maxi.
I failed the yo-yo test when he was monitoring it.
Ah,
Same with Maxwell. He's also got Indian connections. His wife is
And all
from
these
Chennai.
who are really quick fast bowlers, they're really nice off the field. Mitchell Stark, Pat Cummins, Jofra Archer
I
for that
don't know.
matter.
Have you met Mitchell?
No, I have not met, but I've heard them. I've not met.
Jadeja loves spending time with horses. Workhorse, Mohammad Siraj.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Good one.
indeed. Next. How it feels seeing your highest scorer batter of the series get run out on a green top pitch after getting set. Yeah. Lot of arrows in the back. Yeah, it is.
Correct.
It's very 743, 68 away from breaking Bradman's record, 32 away from breaking Gavaskar's record.
Bradman's
Captaincy record, but 232 not happening.
which he had a chance of breaking.
He had 1000 runs we were predicting at one point. Nope. तो तुझे उधर रन दिख रहा था 1 रन.
Yeah,
अच्छा, from Sarkar. Okay, next.
Me, as soon as I see cockroach on the floor.
Oh, that was a good ball
What a
though.
ball that was. It took his inside.
Banana swing.
Banana
swing.
Tongue.
tongue was wagging.
I know, tongue was wagging. ओए जायसवाल, हर कोई अपनी विकेट ऐसा दे देगा तो आपा ये जंग कैसे जीतेंगे? लाइव सीन्स फ्रॉम इंडिया ड्रेसिंग रूम. Oh yes.
Border.
Mathura Das.
Mathura
Yeah. Studies ruined my career. Otherwise, I would have been Dale Steyn. Me in my prime.
That is true. He's like sprayed it all over today.
Yeah.
And yet
True
had
that.
two
wickets of
balls of the
good
day.
balls, yeah.
Sudarshan and Jadeja. Both.
Oof.
Sudarshan had no other option.
Unplayable.
Yeah, both.
He could not have left that no chance.
Both
to leave
angling,
Angling and
straightening.
Same like how Boland had got rid of Jadeja, WTC final. Angling in, straightening, cut edge. Abhimanyu Ishwaran, Arshdeep Singh and Kuldeep Yadav in this 5 test match series. Just like our man, Sarfraz.
This is an old picture, might I remind you, because he doesn't
Australia,
look like
right?
this anymore.
Perth.
Australia,
Yeah.
na?
Perth, this was Perth.
Wherever it is, he doesn't look like this
is-
anymore.
Looks a very sad.
These
state.
are Sarshwat, those covered net sessions.
Waka.
Yeah.
covered that.
Covered nets. Abhimanyu Ishwaran getting ready for test debut every night since last 3 years.
I'm pretty sure
With the
would
attire.
have ever been an opportunity where he would have been told that you're about to play and then suddenly something happened.
I don't think so. I'm not aware.
Neither, like what I'm trying to get to, has he even gotten close to that thing?
Yep.
Nothing.
Wickets keeping 90% and batting 10%. ये deal हुई थी with Dhruv Jurel. Poor guy. Yeah. Next ball he got out.
He also actually looked good
Yeah.
before that leg before
Leg,
appeal and then next ball.
Yeah.
I think that appeal, kind of distracted him.
Because to me it did it guys take you back to the final of the Champions Trophy where a batter got a reprieve but got out the next ball?
Champions Trophy final.
Yeah. Virat Kohli, yaar.
No, but Virat got out LBW to Bracewell. Second ball.
I'm saying, did I say WTS or Champions Trophy?
Yeah,
2017.
Champions Trophy.
Siddharth.
17. Ah,
Did I
yeah.
say the year wrong?
Oh,
You
yeah,
said the
he
year
said
wrong.
25.
Yeah. 17, yeah. He got
17 to
dropped.
Mohammad
Amir,
Amir.
yeah.
Mohammad Azhar Ali
Reprieve.
dropped him.
A
Azhar
reprieve
Ali dropped
and out.
him on third slip, right?
Yeah, third
But
slip.
when you
Then
say
he got
Champions
caught
Trophy,
in
mine
point.
goes to the last Champions Trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harsh,
And then
mention the year.
Virat got
yeah,
on-
come.
He got out on 5. He tried to flick it, got a leading edge. This guy, Shadab Khan, took the catch
That
at
was a
point.
very straightforward
Yeah.
catch.
डॉन ब्रैडमन को बुरा ना लगा इसीलिए उनका रिकॉर्ड नहीं तोड़ा वाह एनीवे 974 was
Yeah.
A
It
bit
reminds
much.
me of Vian Mulder.
yeah 367 yeah तुम
774 is how,
he's 31 away
which he can get.
which he can yeah तुम भी क्विक सिंगल पगलू हो मेरी तरह हाँ जी जनाब वो विराट कोहली yes he also would get run out taking the quick single Adelaide 2020 Ajinkya Rahane
Ajinkya, yeah. But then Ajinkya, what a knock he played after.
Yes, Melbourne, what a knock. Oof. Quick singles to MRF bats के खून में है जनाब. Oh yeah.
But
I don't know when Rohit has gotten.
No, Rohit said, I didn't.
Yeah, Virat would have said it.
Virat would have said
Rohit.
it, yes.
And Rohit didn't take quick singles.
Yes, yes.
Nor MRF bat.
Yeah. कहीं
But Sachin,
run out.
Sachin didn't take quick singles.
Of course
He
he
could run
took.
fast. He could
Quick
run
singles,
fast.
but and in return,
But not
that
known for his
urgency.
quick singles.
Not just giving a wicket as
See
Ran
the
Lara had MRF.
yeah the one run out I
He
can
did
remember.
yes.
The one run out of Tendulkar I remembered it caused a riot in Kolkata.
Shoaib
99.
Akhtar and
Yeah. गौतम गंभीर ऑल्सो यस कहीं विकेट के पीछे से मैच बदलता है तूने तो इंडिया में रहकर मैच बदल दिया
अच्छा, that
ये
advice.
तो
हाँ.
Shivam,
There was this very funny meme I'll just share after.
The ball will swing a lot, leave the ones outside off. This is exactly the kind of advice.
the Indian team needed that advice
No, he
wasn't
said for
the
England, but England की तो batting ही नहीं है.
Batting ही नहीं
We'll
है,
see how
yeah.
much.
yeah.
they do.
Yeah, 60 all out tomorrow.
There was this very funny meme I was seeing that day. I think it could be a little mean, but still, like, this meme where Gautam Gambhir, there was one image where Gautam Gambhir, you remember that IPL fight between Gautam and Virat?
Yeah, with
That,
Rajat
and
Bhatia
above it was
coming.
this Gautam Gambhir's fight with the curator. And then it was written that Gautam Gambhir since forever fighting against Britishers.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
No, I saw it. I was just
Acha.
sharing.
Oh, I thought
Please
he's
share the
asking
link.
if I-
No, I was sharing.
Share it.
Shared, na? I just told you.
Arre, share it also.
Share
na?
it. Share.
on the
Link.
group.
Link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Share it.
Okay. Bye bye, guys.
Yep. Bye bye. See you tomorrow for hopefully not a rain interrupted day. Okay, so day 2 and day 3, not the weather's looking much better. So bye bye. Good night from all of us and see you soon.
Nandri, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair.
Eat your
And
vegetables.
don't trouble no man.
Stay safe and subscribe to Sports Today.